Citations. The next part of writing that we're going to work on is called citations. Many of you have noticed on your, I think everybody on your draft scored low on the citations because it was something we had not gone over yet. So this is a chance to learn what citations are and to add a couple to your draft. So let's get started. We're going to start by reading a mentor text called The Solar System. I've highlighted the citations in this text, so kind of look for them as I'm reading. Imagine hurtling through space. You avoid a 10,000-degree ball of gas, maneuver near a belt of asteroids, and hold on all the time by an invisible force. That may sound like a movie or a video game, but it is actually our very own daily journey in the solar system. The solar system is the total of all of the matter and energy that orbits our bright yellow sun. The sun. The sun is the largest, brightest, hottest, and most important body in the system. The sun is a giant ball of different gases. It is composed mainly of hydrogen and helium. According to space.com, the sun holds about 98.9% of the mass of the solar system and heats up to over 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The sun heats and lights the entire solar system. The planets. Some of the planets are relatively small. For example, Mercury is tiny and fast. Mars is another small and solid planet, most known for its red color. Other planets are large. Jupiter and Saturn are hundreds of times more massive than Earth. These large planets are made of gas. Way out from the sun, the planets are characterized by cold temperatures. Neptune is so far from the sun that according to the planet's organization, it measures a chilly negative 353 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so I only read half of this story, of this informational report, but you can see the two areas where the author used citations. This one here, according to space.com, a citation is, well, let's start here. Who remembers what it is called when we take a fact and rewrite it in our own words? We did this a couple weeks ago. Paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is very important because we don't want to copy someone else's work. However, sometimes it is a good idea to give the original author credit for their work even when we are paraphrasing. That is what the author did in today's passage. He told us where he got the fact from. We call this a citation. They're citing where their fact came from. We don't need to use citations for every fact in our report. That would make our report hard to read. When we are including facts that can be found in almost any book on the topic, we don't need to use a citation. Facts that include statistics or information that is not common knowledge should be cited. For example, let's pretend that I am writing a report about the state of Arizona. I want to include the fact that the capital of Arizona is Phoenix. Do I need to cite that fact? No, because almost every book about Arizona will include that fact. It's common knowledge and not something we need to give an author credit for. What about this fact? Arizona has more Native American lands than any other state and 21 Native American tribes. In fact, only 17% of Arizona's large landmass is privately owned. The rest is comprised of Native American reservations, public lands, forest, and state trust lands. Yes, that has a lot of information. It's a statistic and it's not common knowledge. I still paraphrased it, but I would include the citation. Okay, so on this one, you can see, according to space.com, we have some numbers here 98.9%, 10,000 degrees, negative 353 degrees. So it does not always have to have numbers, but those are good ones for you to cite. Okay, so what do we cite? Uncommon facts, data, or direct quotes? Something you did not paraphrase definitely has to be cited. Something you would not cite is common facts found in every source. So here's an example. I actually am not going to read the example here because I already read it, but it's according to Arizona Highway Magazine. And it talks about the Native American land, and they have 21 different tribes in Arizona. And Phoenix is the state capital of Arizona, was one that we would not use. Okay. Some common phrases to help you write your citations in your drafts would be according to, and then you would name your source, or your source says that, you would say the source reported that, or claims that, mentions that, or points out that. Okay, you may say, well, I don't have any sources. Well, you're going to want to go back to your research that you did on your topic. There was one week that you filled out all kinds of facts on that organizer, and you probably use some websites to get those facts. Or if you use a person, you could name that person and tell who they are and why they would know that fact. Okay, so if you can't remember, I'm sure if you go back to your fact and search for that fact, the site you used will probably pull up pretty quickly. Okay, so what I would like you to do is I want you to have to get full credit on your final report. You need to cite 2 facts in your report, just 2. Okay, if you have questions, please let me know.